Fannie Mae, the multi-day breakout level here is 260. Pay no attention to this far right daily candle because it's kind of messed up. There was a goofy print. And right as Fannie Mae starts breaking above 260 here, a little after 2 o'clock, I throw in some buy orders. I threw in 50,000 shares worth of buys at 261. And I routed to two different market makers, and so far only 15,000 shares have filled. Only about a third of what I'm going for. But I'm not chasing this spike. I'm not freaking out saying, oh no, I'm going to miss it. I'm waiting for a dip. I anticipate that it's going to be a little bit of a choppy start to the breakout. So I'm not saying get in at any cost. I want to get in as close to 260 as possible. We briefly topped out there at 264 and started to pull back a little. But right now, 262 is holding pretty steady. I'm not the only person who recognizes this as a breakout, so there are plenty of buyers in line ready to buy. And Fannie Mae starts to chip under 262 here, and I'm pretty happy because I think I'm about to get my fill. And briefly, we have the best bid being at 261 where my orders are sitting, but no prints go off there, so that doesn't do me any good. So now that that first dip has come and gone and I didn't get any more fills, I do move my orders up a little bit. I put a small buy at 263 there to get me up to 25,000 shares, but so far it hasn't filled. But still, I'm not rushing, I'm not panicking, I'm not chasing. And finally, I fill and I'm up to 25,000 shares, half of what I originally wanted. I put in another 25,000 shares at 262 on the best bid, hoping that I can get the fill there as well and get up to my full position size. I canceled the order though because it wasn't filling. And I'm just sitting back watching right now and just trying to figure out how I want to time it and where I want to put the order. I just know I want to get to 50,000 shares in this account. And we get the downtick, so now I'm starting to think maybe we retest 260 or even go under. But after holding for a minute, I say, you know what, it's not worth it trying to get 1 or 2 pennies better. So I go ahead, I put my order in at 262 and I filled. So I'm up to 50,000 shares now. It turns out I could have been a little more patient. I probably would have gotten my fill at 260 or 261. We do dip a little bit more here. This is an example where the breakout is not holding perfectly. And some people are scared right now. Some people are saying, oh no, it cracked under 260. But you know what? 260 reclaims. And it just kind of chops around at first here. Another great example of a breakout not instantly working. I know I have to be prepared for slow starts sometimes, and I have a risk in mind. I'm looking at that 256 area where the previous dip from around 2 o'clock held. I only have to risk 6 cents a share for my average. And because I know my risk, I'm okay with sitting through some consolidation. I'm okay with the fact that this breakout hasn't really gotten going yet. And just remember, as slow as this looks now, you're watching it in sped up action. It's even slower in real time. And the lesson here isn't be patient no matter what. The lesson is be patient as long as your risk level holds. Don't cross the line from patience into stubbornness. And now Fannie Mae, it's starting to work a little bit. We retested the 265 high, it held again, which isn't too surprising. Usually it doesn't break through on the first try. And now that we've ramped up and retested that high, I'm probably moving my risk up in my mind. Instead of using that 256 area, I'm going to use 258 now. That was the pullback low after the 260 breakout. So I will adjust my risk as I go. We briefly retested 165 there, and then we break through. And now Fannie Mae is up to new highs. And with less than an hour to go in the day, I'm thinking as long as Fannie Mae holds trend and doesn't break under any key supports, I'm going to be gapping this. I'm going to be holding it over the weekend. So far, not a very strong break past 265. Finally, we get an uptick after quite a while holding at 266. But still not really going all that fast, just grinding a penny at a time. But I am up a few cents a share now. I am building a little bit of a cushion on my position. At this point in the pattern, I am still looking at that 258 area, though. These little pullbacks along the way, I don't consider them significant enough to move my risk up. And again, another pullback here. This one a little more serious than the past couple. Retesting that 265 area that it broke past. But so far, 265 doing a good job of holding. And yeah, I do have an eye on level 2 here, but this is an example where I'm not really weighing level 2 all that heavily. This isn't a time of volatility. This is a time when Fannie Mae is grinding a penny at a time. So I'm not going to let how stacked up Fannie Mae looks on either the bid or the ask affect my decision making. And now with 10 minutes to go till close, we break past 268 and we start to speed up a little bit. We get the 270 test, break through pretty quickly, and we're getting some nice ramp into the close now. Fannie Mae tests the 275 area into the close, 275 holds, and we head into the next day with a nice cushion and a really good looking breakout chart. So the weekend's come and gone, and now it's the next morning, and we are gapping up. A few minutes to go till market open. Previous close was 275, and we're looking to open around 282 right now. And I'm really happy with this gap up. So far, about 7 cents above the green-red level. And that is where I'm risking in this situation. Because if the stock opens up after this large gap up and then dips a bit, I'm not going to be selling into random weakness. I'm going to be selling if green-red snaps. That is the move that would scare me out. Because once the stock is red, momentum is shifted, and then there's a chance for a much larger collapse. As usual, I will be watching level 2 a lot closer here at the open. That is what I'll be basing a lot of my decisions off of, aside from that red-green mark. That is because, again, the morning for OTCs tends to be a lot more volatile, and I like level 2 in times of volatility. With under 30 seconds to go till open here, we have an ARCA bid pushing Fannie Mae up even further. So we're going to be opening even higher than 282. And now we're at market open, and we're looking to see if Fannie Mae is going to give us that nice morning spike. Right now, pretty big battle going on at 284. We got a bidder at 284 and a seller at 284. So I'm waiting to see which side gives first. And in that case, it's the bid that drops off. So yes, that makes it possible that this starts dipping now. But I'm not going to short sell. I'm not going to sell my position because it's not up all that much from the breakout level still. And it is still well above red-green. So I want to wait and see how it holds. And it held great, and this ARCA bidder comes in at 285, jumps up now to 286, and we start the process of a morning spike here. And now it really is just a matter of watching level 2 and picking when that momentum is shifting. And we continue spiking on up here. We're getting well into the 290s now. And I'm wondering to myself if $3 is going to be resistance or not. The round number of 3.